Hello everyone. Am I audible, Rishal?
Yes, Surya, you're audible.
Thank you. So, good evening everyone. This is Surya, the coordinator of IST SLIET. IST is a technical, social and cultural committee where we organize various events related to technology, social issues and many others. So this time we are here with one more interesting webinar by Biomark on health and lifestyle. So if I brief Biomark, it is a community of passionate nutritional advisors dedicated towards helping people recover from lifestyle disorders like obesity, diabetes type 2, and etc. They are a team of 42 advisors serving people across the globe. They started the community in August 19 and in less than 2 years have impacted 2,000 plus lives across 12 countries. In short, their core value is spreading good health and improving quality of life. So, without taking much more time, I would like to introduce today's guest. So, today we have four eminent people from the biomark community: Shrutika, Mayuri, Shiv, and Shubham, who have helped many people to achieve their fitness goals and are passionate towards health educating people. So, in today's webinar, our guest will guide us and take us to a holistic journey of nutrition and healthy lifestyle. So, before moving forward, it is an announcement for all that if you have any query, any question, or any doubt, you can just write it down in the chat box. Your question will be answered in the end of the session. So now I would request today's guest, Shrutika, to take the session forward.
Yeah. So thank you for such a warm introduction, Surya. So like we are super excited to health educate you all people and to share very good insights on what actually your food should look like and many other things. So, what are the things which we are going to cover? So, we had circulated one form with you, and based on those responses, there are three topics which we have shortlisted. The first is how you can build lean muscle physique. Second is how to prepare a good nutrition plan at home or your mess. And lastly, how you can battle COVID with good nutrition. So, these are the three topics which we are going to cover in today's session. So we will start with a brief introduction that how our environment has changed in these like maybe 40, 50 years. Why there are many people who are suffering from health issues. Like initially these issues were very rare. Like nowadays many people are suffering from these issues and what you can do to actually reduce it. Thirdly, how you can calculate the macro breakup of the nutrition on your plate, what all things should look like, and how you can build a lean muscle mass basis those macronutrition. And lastly, we will tell you that how you can battle COVID with the good nutrition. So this is how the today's webinar will look like. So let's start with the first topic, that how has environment changed and what it is leading to, by Mayuri. So over to you, Mayuri.
So thank you, Shrutika, for giving the quick introduction of the topics which we are going to cover in this session. So before going into the details of good nutrition and diet, I just want to give you the basic idea and the fundamentals behind it. So just imagine that you are in the 20th century, like 50 years back. Look at your grandparents or the parents' lifestyle. Mostly their occupation was farming, like most physical activities were involved in their lifestyle. But nowadays, like you are in college, so you might be involved in some of the physical activities. But once you entered into the corporate life, like we are just sitting in front of laptops, tabs, and basically there are less physical activities involved in our lifestyle. Next. So transportation, like we heard that our grandparents parents used to say that they were walking daily 7 to 8 kilometers to just reach their farm or colleges. But nowadays we all are having cars, bikes, and actually it is not feasible for us to just walk daily 15 to 20 kilometers to reach like college or offices, and we don't have that much time to. Next, like household activities, like our houses are also fully automated, like we have mixer grinders to clean clothes, we have washing machines, dish cleaners. So our houses are also fully automated, and there also we are not having that much physical activities now. Next, regarding environment, previously there were not that much issue of pollution, but nowadays like you are in campus, so you might see there is some greenery around your campus site. But once you shift it to other cities for jobs and other activities like Delhi, Mumbai, then you will notice that there is issue of pollution, like due to traffic, factories, and other issues. We are facing that very seriously. Next. So regarding farming, nowadays we don't prefer farming as an occupation. Like we are shifting towards jobs and other businesses. So farmers are less, and on the other side, population is increasing day by day. So in order to serve this, in order to feed this entire country, farmers are also adopting new lifestyle. Like they are using lots of chemicals, fertilizers to grow plants in a faster way. So because of this, we are actually it is actually decreasing the quality of the nutrition in the food. Next. So what has not changed? Like previously we used to have dal, roti, chawal, sabzi, and the same food we are having nowadays. But as I said, we are not having that much physical activities, so we actually don't need this instant source of energy nowadays. So now you understood that there is mismatch between diet and lifestyle. And because of this, we are facing different lifestyle disorders like PCOD, thyroid, diabetes. These are very common issues nowadays. And there are different root causes behind these issues. So we will go through one by one. Like the first one is oxidative stress. We know that in chemistry, we learn that our body is a biochemical reactor, and there are lots of reactions happening in our body. And as a result, it actually produces lots of free radicals. If our body is not able to neutralize these free radicals, it results into the dead cells. How to neutralize these free radicals? So antioxidants plays an important role in this. Like nowadays, many people are saying that have antioxidant rich food, like have omega-3 rich foods, flax seeds. So this is why it is needed. It actually removes the toxins from our body. Next, another important root cause is hormonal imbalance. Like in simple way, hormones are nothing but the communication mechanism between brain and cells or organs. Like in diagram, you can see there is a cell having receptors attached to it. So through these receptors, it actually receives the message sent by the brain and then performs particular action. But as we are having foods with lots of chemicals and fertilizers, it actually blocks these receptors. And hence, that cell is not able to receive the message sent by the brain. So this communication breaks there. And on the reaction, brain tries to produce more and more hormones. And this is called hormonal imbalance. Then insulin resistance. Like we know that insulin is a hormone which actually tries to maintain the sugar level in the blood. But nowadays we all are at home and we have habit of snacking in between meals. And in meals also we are having lots of sweet foods, sugar rich foods. So it actually increases the sugar level in the blood. So at certain point, that cell stops the absorption of this sugar level from the blood, and this condition we call as insulin resistance, and eventually it leads to diabetes also. So these are all root causes, and because of this we are facing these disorders like the fatty liver issue. It is very common, and it is due to the insulin resistance only. Then the next one is diabetes type 2. Like we know that many people in India are suffering from this disease, and this is also because of insulin resistance we are suffering. Then thyroid, like we can see in our family many people are taking thyroid tablets. So the main cause of the thyroid issue is liver. Like if our liver is not functioning properly, it means if liver is not able to remove the toxins from our body, then eventually it leads to thyroid disease. Then the last one is PCOD. Like many young ladies are also suffering from this disease now. Like in diagram, you can see the first one is the normal ovary, and the second one is ovary with multiple cysts aligned with it. There are different root causes of PCOD issue. Like first one is stress. Like we all are having mental, physical stress in our life. Then the second one is sugar rich foods and sweet foods which we are having, because it leads to insulin resistance and then PCOD. And the third one is the food with lots of chemicals and fertilizers. Because of these issues, we are suffering PCOD. So now you understood that there is mismatch between the diet and the lifestyle. So this is one good research done by Sun Pharmaceutical, in which they are saying that because of lot of pesticides and fertilizers, it actually decreasing the quality of soil, because it kills the good microorganisms from the soil too. And here they are saying that we know that diabetes patients are on medication metformin, which is actually carcinogen. And here they are saying that it eventually leads to cancer also. So this is very severe issue. So now you have enough idea that there is something missing and there is mismatch between our diet and lifestyle. So next. So now Shiv will explain you how you can manage your good diet at home or at hostel. So over to you, Shiv.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mayuri, for giving such an amazing explanation about the lifestyle disorders and what are the root cause of these lifestyle disorders. So currently, I'm going to present the how we can manage a good diet and at home and hostel. So next. Now you can see in the slides that there is a generic meal table as we used to take in on our daily basis in our life. Like you can see breakfast, we used to take paratha, curd, sprout, bread, and in lunch then we used to take rice, dal, sometimes vegetables, salads, and then in snack we sometimes take tea, coffee, milk as per our choices. Then again dinner, again we repeat rice, dal, roti, seasoned fruits, and all. So the motive is of this slide is that you see that the energy breakup, whatever we are taking from our food, is very high in rich energy. That means very high in carbohydrate. As you can see, 79% of the energy is coming from carbohydrates, and which is you can see which is converted if this energy is not utilized by our body it that then it is converted into fats, and which leads to lifestyle disorders like Mayuri mentioned, and other like obesity, like hormonal imbalance and all. Next. Now you can see in the mess and the hostel in the same way that energy breakup is almost the same. That is 80% of the energy is coming from carbohydrates, and the 8% is coming from protein, and 12% is coming from fat. So this is almost the same as we are using as we are used to take in our home. So next. Now, what should be the ideal energy breakup? Now, the most important slide you should understand is that the ideal breakup. What should be the ideal breakup? Now, you need to understand is that if like 40 to 45% of the carbohydrates should be in our diet, coming from our diet. Now, 30 to 35% of the protein is coming from our diet, and the rest 20 to 25 30% of the fats is coming from our diet on our daily basis. So this is the ideal breakup, like a person who is healthy and fit. And it is not an ideal for everyone. Everyone is different. Everyone's body type is different. So everyone's diet chart is also differ. So you can calculate as per your body type. Next. Now, here is an example of let's say 1500 calories. Let's say you have you need 1500 calories on your daily basis. So how you can break up these calories into macronutrient, that is carbohydrate, fats, and protein. So as I mentioned in the previous slide, 40% from carbs, 30% from fats, and 30% from protein. So when we calculate this figure, we get 600 calories from carbohydrates, 450 calories from fats, and 450 calories from protein. Now these are calories. Now if we want to convert into grams, so what we can do here is a simple mathematics that you can do also. Like you need to understand the basic concept that 1 gram of carbohydrates contains 4 calories, then 1 gram of fat contains 9 calories, and 1 gram of protein contains 4 calories. So in this way you can calculate the number of grams of carbs, proteins, and fats you need to take. Next. Now, most of the people, especially boys and men, have a goal that they want to build a lean muscle mass and a very good muscular physique. So there are 3 body types mainly you can see in the slide. The number 1 is ectomorph. Ectomorph is a person, kind of a skinny, overall skinny person whose BMI is less than 18.5. And then second, mesomorph, a person who is kind of a ideal weight or less than ideal weight, and whose BMI is 18.5 to 24.9. And the third one is endomorph. Now endomorph is a kind of person whose weight is somehow higher than his ideal weight, or you can say it has lots of fats in his body. So his BMI is 20, in between 25 to 29.9. Next. So the logical solution to gain lean muscle, and this is the most important slide you need to understand. Now here what we need to calculate is our TDEE. Now what is TDEE? TDEE means total daily energy expenditure. That means total amount of energy we required on our daily basis to do activities. So how we can calculate TDEE? So there are other factors and elements like BMR, TEF, and workouts. So by calculating these all, we can find out TDEE. Now BMR is what is BMR? Basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate is the minimum energy required by body to maintain itself. And then what is NEAT? NEAT is like you can say non-exercise activities, like we do many activities in our household activities like sweeping, grooming, washing, and all these, and plus exercises. Now lots of people do some low light exercises. Some people do or some people do not do. So in this way, and then TEF. Now what is TEF? TEF is thermal effect of food. what happens when we eat food, our body need energy to digest these food. So that is what thermal effect of food. Next. Now, what workout you should be doing? Now, as we mentioned that every person has different goals. Like some persons have goals of gaining weight, and some persons has goals of losing weight. So for underweight, what should be the exercises he need to be done? Like strength training. 50 to 60% of the time should be dedicated to hypertrophy. That means high intensity, you can say hardcore exercises will help him to gain his weight, especially but make sure that you also following the diet as per your exercises also. Then again, yoga and mobility. Now 20 to 30% of the time you should dedicate to primarily yoga will really helpful to make your body more stretchable, more flexible, and you will feel more calm and relaxed. Then again, cardio. You can do a small amount of cardio, and which will really helps to make you more fitter. Like you can do running, jogging, cycling, swimming. These are the examples of cardio. Next. Now, what should then for the overweight person? Now, what are the exercises for overweight person? The most important thing you need to understand is that there are mainly four major body types. So, most important thing is you need to understand what is your body type, and according to your body type, you should do exercises. Now, for overweight person, primarily you can do 50 to 60% of the time dedicated to light medium workout. Like you cannot do high intensity exercises, but you can do medium intensity exercises. Then again, yoga is you can do 20 to 30% of the time yoga, because yoga is something which is ideal for every body type. You can do yoga, and this will really helps to make you more flexible, more stretchable, and make your body more relaxed. Then again, 10 to 20% you can do cardio exercises, as I mentioned, like cycling, swimming, and jumping, skipping. These are the examples. Next. Now, if you have an ideal weight, so what are the exercises if you have an ideal weight? Like you are fit. So in that case, also 50 to 60% of the time you should do hypertrophy, that is medium weight, high repetition drills. Then again, yoga is ideal for everyone. 20 to 30% of the time you can do yoga, because this will really help to make you more flexible. And also one benefit is that this will make your blood flow to the every part of the body, which will make you more energetic, and you feel very good. Then again, cardio, you can do 10 to 20% of time you can do cardio is an ideal exercise, like as I explained, jumping exercises, and skipping, and cycling, swimming. Next. Now, in this slide, you can see there are majorly there are types of exercises you can do. Now, due to this pandemic and COVID reason, lots of people who might be they go to gym and do exercises, but due to this lockdown, you cannot able to do this. So that's why you can now here is the slide. You can do some exercises in your home at your home also, like your upper body exercises, lower body exercises, core body exercises. So these are some few exercises which you can do, and really helps to build your lean muscle mass and overall physique. And the most important thing, do not compare with anyone, because everyone's limits is different. So first of all, figure out what is best for you, and this is some few examples of exercises. You can also google from Google, and you can figure out what is best exercise for you. Next. Now, here is a summary. That is, what are the main factors taken care while your goal is weight gain. So the number one thing is calorie surplus. Now, as I mentioned, that once you figure out TDEE, that is total daily energy expenditure. So after that, what you have to do is calorie surplus. That is 200 plus 200 to 400 calorie surplus you should take, so that this will help you to build your muscles and gain your weight. The second important point is good macronutrient breakup. Now, as I mentioned, that 40-30-30 ratio of macros is very important, because as this helps you to make to gain your weight, and it also helps you to make you fit and better. So energy breakup, and especially protein breakup, is very important, because protein is something which is very important if your target is gaining weight or gaining lean muscle mass weight. Then last, increased absorption in the body by adding antioxidant. Now, as Mayuri explained, what are antioxidants? Now, because we need antioxidants in our body, because as every time we have free radical reaction in our body. So to balance these free radicals, we need antioxidants, and let's say example of omega-3 is a very good antioxidant. And then in the same way, daily vitamins which you take from plant-based sources are very good in very good antioxidants, like vitamin C. Lots of people in this pandemic used to take vitamin C and daily vitamins. So these are some few antioxidants you should take. Next. Now, here is the slide. You can see there are some results and few testimonies that you can see that Prempal able to achieve 11 kilos of healthy weight gain, and in the same way, Shubham is also able to gain 3+ kgs of weight gain. So these are the few examples, and we are helping in this way a lot of people. And if you need any kind of help, like how you can prepare your diet plan, what are the exercises you want to do, so you can reach out to us. Shubhika will share the link. And next. Now that's all from my side. Now next, what is the role of good nutrition in battling COVID? So Shubham will going to cover these topics. Over to you, Shubham.
Yeah, thanks, Shiv, for the warm introduction. Yeah. Good evening, guys. Myself, Shivam here. I'm a part of the Biomark community, acting as nutrition advisor. So today, I'll just talk about like how the good nutrition plays against the COVID. The kind of the pandemic, the era. The kind people have been suffering from last 1.5 years, right? How the human body tend to react with the corona virus, right? Yeah. So next. Yeah. So first we'll understand about the immune system, right? You may have heard that immunity plays a very role against the COVID, right? So first I'd like to understand the basics, the root cause, or the basics of the immune system, right? First I'd like to cover that what are the signs and symbols, whether you understand whether your immunity is strong or weak. Matlab, like there are certain signs on a day-to-day basis. For example, if there are seasonal changes and if you catch a fever, or आपको जल्दी fever हो गया due to seasonal changes, and means your immunity is low. Your body tends to catch the cold easily. Second is if you have digestion issues, means your immunity is low. Third is if you have irregular sleep levels अच्छे नहीं है, and you are suffering from some stress levels as well, means your immunity is low. Fourth is if you get a cut, means you have some wound and that is healing very slow, not very fast, right? Means your immunity is low. So these are the basic signs and symbols where you understand whether immunity is weak or strong. Now I'll just explain the factors or the root cause that why your immunity is low. The first is the poor diet and nutrition, right? So as Shiv explained in the initial slides, that what kind of our Indian meals look like on a day-to-day basis at home or at the college, right? It's an unbalanced nutrition diet. Okay, so that day-to-day our Indian meals are unbalanced nutrition. So this is one of the factor that is why your immunity is low. Second is the lack of physical activity. As the Mayuri explained in the initial slides that how our lifestyle has changed in the 20th century to 21st century, drastically changed in terms of reducing the physical activities, right? So this is also one of the factors that immunity of the people has gone down. Third is the high stress levels. Now there are a lot of factors due to which we get the stress. For example, अभी आप लोग कॉलेज में हो, एग्जाम पास आ रही है, स्ट्रेस हो गया, कुछ फियर है दिमाग में, you get stress. You people like overthink due to some emotional relationships and lot of fears, you get stress. Once you enter the corporate world, due to overload of the work, you get stress, right? So these are the some factors, external factors due to we get high stress levels, and due to this our immunity becomes. Fourth is the poor sleep, irregular sleep, right? As I explained initially. So these are all the factors that leads to certain lifestyle disorders in our body. For example, like Mayuri explained, like thyroid, PCOS, diabetes, So these are all the lifestyle disorders we get if we are, suffering from all these 4 factors. And this leads to weak our immune system. Okay. So most of the casualties that have taken place in this COVID first wave, second wave, that is 90% of the people have this are suffering from this kind of lifestyle disorders. That leads to severity of the COVID. Now we'll understand the mechanism of the coronavirus against the human body. You know how internally our human body fights this COVID. First, we'd like to understand the structure of the virus, how it looks like. So you can see in this presentation or on the slide, the left-hand side is the proper big picture of the virus, the structure of the virus, the 3D model, and second, right-hand side is the 2D, like the simplified representation. So we'll just focus on the simplified representation. We'll just and talk about the two points. First is you can see the red color on the outer surface of the virus molecule, that are the protein spikes. And second is the genetic material that is present inside the virus. Yeah. Next. Yeah. So now we will just talk about the mechanism that once the virus enters the human body, what happens actually? What kind of reaction happens? So होता क्या है कि हमारे ह्यूमन बॉडी में जैसे कोई फॉरेन वायरस या फॉरेन virus molecule enters, so there are a lot of organs in the body. Okay, so virus molecules get attacks the very sensitive organ in the human body, and the sensitive organ in our body is the lungs. So once this virus molecule enters the body, it start attacking the lungs. Now how it attacks the lungs? So you can see in the picture that the green surface are the lungs, and there are receptors on the lung surface. Okay, now once the virus molecule enters, with the help of its protein spikes, it holds the receptors of the lungs. Those the receptors are like a gatekeepers here, who acts as like a signal, whether a virus molecules, when they hold the receptors, whether they should enter the lungs. So that is the entry gate to enter into the lungs. Just like there is a security guard at the campus gate, and once the students wants to enter the campus, you need to show the ID card, right, to the security guard. Once the security guard allows, a student is allowed to move into the campus and he moves free. तो सिमिलरली व्हाट हैपेंस, होता क्या है कि जैसे ये लंग के ये वायरस का प्रोटीन स्पाइक्स लंग के रिसेप्टर पे चिपक जाता है, इट होल्ड्स, तो द जेनेटिक मटेरियल दैट इज इनसाइड द वायरस मॉलिक्यूल, इट get transferred into the lungs through the receptors. Okay, and once it enters the lungs, now here the reaction starts, the proper reaction starts, and this is the serious condition that starts happening in our human body. Now how it happens? So once enters, so every human cell, it contains a nucleus. Okay, so lung cells में भी nucleus होता है, right? So nucleus को जैसे मैंने कहा कि जैसे स्टूडेंट कैंपस के अंदर चला गया and he's allowed to free anywhere as per the the rules of the college and the system. Similarly, एक बार virus molecule enter अंदर आ गया, तो nucleus is something that gives permission to virus whatever he want to do in the lungs, because nucleus को पता नहीं है कि जो virus molecule enter हुआ है whether is it harmful or not harmful. Okay, तो होता क्या है कि अपने nucleus में there is something called ribosomes. Okay, ribosomes acts like a photocopy machine. So ribosomes, so nucleus gives signals to ribosomes just like a photocopy machine में जैसे we want to do a xerox of a certain document, and जैसे हम xerox machine को we give some control or the commands, the number of the documents we want to get print, right? So similarly ribosomes is something जिसको command मिलता है nucleus से. Once that ribosomes gets the signal and virus gets multiplied, right? And it gets multiplied at a very rapid rate, okay, that's why the concentration of the virus increases in the human body after a certain period of time, and that is the stage when the the person or the human body starts suffering from the certain symptoms of the COVID or the virus. So next.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I guess he got dropped off. We'll wait for 2 minutes for him to join.
No, I wanna tell you that we are not able to ask anything in chat box. Why?
Okay, no issue. We are fixing that.
Yeah, Surya, like they are not able to ask anything in the chat box.
मैम एक्चुअली चैट बॉक्स में सभी के लिए अलाउ अभी डिस्प्ले किया हुआ है वो चेक कर लो.
ठीक है, let me just check once. Yeah, now they can reply in the chat.
I'm audible.
Yes,
sir.
Shubham.
Yes, sorry guys, I got disconnected due to internet interruption. Okay, so I was just talking about, I hope you understand the last slide. Shrutika, I hope I was able to put last slide.
Yes, you were audible.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, Joe, I was just explaining, once the virus molecules, like it multiplied at a very rapid rate. So that is the condition when the person or the human bodies start suffering from the symptoms of the COVID. Okay. Now, once the virus gets multiplied, now that nucleus or our immune informs the immune system that there is something wrong that is happening in the human body or the lung cells, because there are a lot of virus because the virus starts floating on the lungs or in the lungs. That immune system comes into an action and it starts killing the virus. Okay. अभी हो क्या रहा है कि यहाँ पे एक बैटल चालू हो गया, यहाँ पे एक जंग चालू हो गई है, because there is an army of the virus on the one side and immune system is trying to kill the virus. अभी हो क्या रहा है कि once that the battle has started, definitely अपने body में कुछ there are certain like some forces that comes into picture, and due to which vibrations comes out and energy is released, due to which our body temperature starts to rise. That's why a human body gets fever when the immune system comes into action to kill the virus. So fever is one of the symptoms you may have heard, during the COVID, right? So once the immune system is killing the virus, so it kills the virus, kill, but virus is also multiplying at a very rapid rate. Okay. So but now what is the solution? Means nucleus को तो चमक गया कि immune system is doing his work, but उससे कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, because immune system is going to lose the battle, right? Because virus is also multiplying at a very rapid rate. So what's the solution? Then nucleus informs the immune system that देखो boss, ऐसे काम नहीं चलेगा. Now you need to attack on the source of the virus. Means you need to stop the mouth of the virus to replicate or to transfer the genetic material into the lungs. Okay. So now virus informs the immune system that you need to start creating antibodies. Okay. So antibodies, that is something that is responsible to dysfunction the virus. So we'll see in the next slide. Yeah. Proteins, and due to which the genetic material transfer into the lungs stops. Okay, so that's how so this is the point when the human body starts recovering. मतलब recovery of the human body starts जब antibodies बनाना start हो जाते हैं. Okay, next slide. Yeah. So as you can see on the right pic that a single virus molecule has a lot of spike proteins on the outer surface. मतलब काफी सारे spike proteins होते हैं. तो अभी इतने सारे spike proteins है, तो न्यूक्लियस इम्यून सिस्टम को इन्फॉर्म करता है कि देखो you need to create lot of antibodies. Okay, so lot of antibodies you need to create. So जैसे antibodies बनना ज्यादा स्टार्ट होते हैं तो धीरे धीरे ये डिसफंक्शन हो जाता है वायरस, राइट? And that is how the recovery starts and person gets recovered. And similarly, जो we get vaccinated and everything. So vaccine also plays the same role. It supports the immune system to create a lot of antibodies, right? And you can see the left hand side what I explained, that once the spike proteins get, the receptors of the lungs becomes free. Okay, and what are the virus molecule that is already present inside the lung cells, immune system is killing that. Okay, so the both the function, both the immune system and the antibodies play their role independent. So this is how the battle of the COVID with our immune system is, or the nutrition is, right? Now, how the nutrition is the proper physical activity and adding antioxidants, as explained by the the Shiv previously. This importance, right? All these three, when comes into picture, they help to build a strong immune system in the human body, and that helps to like fight against the COVID. Okay. Now my teammate Shrutika will cover how nutrition and antioxidants can be added on day-to-day basis, or and she will summarize. Over to you, Shrutika.
Yeah. So we had a very interesting topics covered by all three. So now regarding like what are the key takeaways which like you got from this webinar? Firstly, how to modify your diet. Like as you got to know that our lifestyle has changed a lot. So what are things you should change in your lifestyle and your diet so that you get the optimum energy which is required? Secondly, mindfully start adding antioxidants. Have different colored fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. People like who want to build muscle mass include more of proteins in their diet so that it can help in building the muscles. Thirdly, you now know that if you want to gain the muscle mass, how to calculate your TDE, BMR, and how you can actually calculate the macro split to gain the muscle mass. And lastly, Shubham has covered that what are the reasons because of which your immunity is low and how you can improve it, how you can be prepared for maybe like if anything like this happens. COVID wouldn't have been a pandemic if everyone's immunity would have been good. COVID is a pandemic because there are many people nowadays whose immunity is not good because of the factors which Shubham has explained. So these are the things like which we had to cover in today's webinar. Now if anyone if anyone has any questions, so you can just drop in the chat box. Okay, so few questions have come which we will start answering. And secondly, if any one of you is interested in knowing more about health, who want to help other people like we are helping, you can also become a part of our community. So reach out to us if you're interested in doing something about health and helping other people out. So people who want a proper solution for themselves, who want that we should help them in their fitness plans and diet plans, so you can visit our website. On our website, there's a lifestyle assessment form. You can fill that form and basis that we'll reach out to you for one-on-one help. So that's it from our end. Now, if any one of you have any questions, you can start asking in the chat window. So the first question which we got is that, is it possible to gain some height after 18? If yes, give some tips. So like related to height majorly depends on the genetic genes which is running in your family. If both your parents have short height, it won't be possible that your height will be tall. If one of your parent is tall, then there are very high chances that you can also become tall. In terms of the diet and nutrition, there are many exercises which actually help in increasing the height. Like people who have who use more cycles when they were small, in those cases the people have more good height. But after 18, there are very the chances of increasing the height is not that much, because as a child our body is a developing phase. After 18, majority of the development has happened. There are no major body changes which happens after 18. Okay, so that is why the chances of your height increasing to a lot extent is not possible. But yeah, you can still do some basic exercises. You can do some basic yoga which are aimed towards increasing your height.
There is one more question.
Yeah.
It is from, I think, Sachin Upreti. That my BMI is perfect around 22, but give some tips to gain height if one is around 18 to 19, if it is possible.
Yeah. So like the same reason for height, after 18 to 19, you can do some basic exercises, basic yoga poses, but the chances of increasing the height to a lot extent is not possible because your body has developed majority of the things which it has to develop. Okay.
एक्चुअली हमने जब हमारे पोस्टर स्लाइड के ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट से पब्लिश किया था तो हमें हमारे ईमेल्स में कुछ और क्वेश्चंस भी मिले थे तो उनमें से हम चाहेंगे कि क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first question is how can we overcome from this stress problem? Many of us are facing hair fall problems also, so any tips?
Yeah. So anyone wants to take the question? Shiv, Mayuri, and Shubham?
Yeah, for you can say stress issues and all, you can do some pranayams and exercises. We will share some few exercises like alom bilom, and you can do some stretchings also like child pose and all. So this will also helps you to make your body feel calm and relaxed. And also you can take also ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a herb which is really helpful, which decrease the impact of stress in your body. And also the third thing is that if you are in any case like you are in stress situation, you can play your favorite music, and you can do some activities so that this will help you to come out from the stress situations. So this is you can come out from the stress and all. So for hair fall, there is mainly two reasons of hair fall. The first reason is nutritional deficiency, and the second reason is hormonal imbalance. So there are mainly some nutrients which are deficient in our body. That's why we get into hair fall. Like vitamin C is a very essential nutrient and vitamin which will help in hair fall issues. And then again, biotin, which is a kind of a B vitamin which really helps in you can say hair fall issues. Then again, trace minerals is some minerals that our body required in a very small amount, but it is very essential for hair issues and skin issues, nail issues. These are very essential for our body. So in this way you can do. And then if your issues is not for the nutritional deficiency, your issues is for hormonal imbalance. So in that case, what you can do, there is a hormone which is called DHT, which is 10 times more stronger than testosterone. So in that case, if this hormone increase in your body, so that will lead to hair fall issues. For that there is some enzymes that you can take, and the nutrient that you can take that will really help to balance your hormones. Like sting nettle root is very helpful in this case. Over to you.
Okay. There is one more question. I'm 21-year-old, but my weight is only 45. How to gain weight?
Okay, so as I explained that if your target is to gain weight or muscle gain, so as we will share you the diet modification, because as we will quantify that what is your body type, and according to your body type, we will figure out your diet plan and all. As mentioned, that TDEE is very important. First of all, we need to figure out TDEE. What is your TDEE? Then calorie surplus will help you, and protein intake will really help you to gain your weight. So in that case, and exercises will also help you, like intense exercises, core exercises will really help you to gain your weight.
One more.
There is some question like जो क्वेश्चन है वो एक्चुअली कोरिलेटेड है ईच अदर के, तो मैं दोनों क्वेश्चन पर रीड कर देता हूँ क्वेश्चन को, दोनों क्वेश्चन का आंसर. Okay, one question is my BMI is perfect around 22, but give some tips to gain height. If one is around 18 to 19 years, if it's possible. Or another question is like, is it possible to gain height after 18? If yes, give some tips which work.
Yeah, actually, Risha, we answered these two questions in the
Okay.
start. Yeah.
Okay.
One more question is there. There is one more question in the box. What type of diet must be taken by the diabetic patients?
Yeah. So, yeah, this question is from Rahul. So, for diabetic patients, the diet differs from person to person. Like, what is the type of diabetes they have, how much medication they are taking, if they're taking any external medicines like metformin. So, based on these things, we recommend a personalized diet plan. So, you can fill the lifestyle assessment form, okay, on our Biomark website. So, Surya will share the link with you. And once you fill that form, we'll get on a one-on-one call to explain you detailed based on what our current lifestyle looks like.
Okay. So, next question is, sometimes we are not able to sleep early even after trying hard. So, how one can overcome that?
Okay. So if you're not able to sleep early, there might be multiple reasons for it. Okay. So firstly, you have not done enough of physical activity. So try including some physical activities, maybe in the evening for half an hour or something, which will actually make you feel tired and you will get sleep early. Secondly, if you take a lot of stress and you're continuously thinking about something or the other, that is also a reason why you don't fall asleep, right? Because there are continuously thoughts which are running in your mind. So before sleeping, you can just do basic pranayam, basic anulom vilom, which will reduce the thoughts in your mind and you can get the sleep early. Lastly, if you have a continuous habit of going to bed late, then it will take some time to change this habit. So, like to change this habit, you can, if you're sleeping in the afternoon, you can stop that so that you can sleep early. Secondly, like including exercises will also help you. You can do some intense exercises and start sleeping early and make it a regular routine. If you make a fixed routine that I have to go to bed by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and every day you're following the same 10, 10:30, 11, whatever works for you, automatically your body will set, like the biological clock will get set in your body. And like after a week, you will start feeling asleep by 10, 10:30 or 11. So have a fixed time so that your body gets set to that time.
एक और क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे कहते हैं कि 8 आवर्स की स्लीप सबके लिए ज़रूरी होती है, तो जैसे कोई अगर रात के 2-3 बजे तक जाग रहे हो, फिर सो रहे, फिर सुबह के 10-11 बजे वो उठ रहे आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग 8 आवर्स ऑफ स्लीप, तो क्या ये अच्छा है या फिर मतलब कोई यूज में ही नहीं है फिर वो 8 आवर्स की स्लीप?
ओके, तो एक्चुअल में ऐसा कंपल्सरी नहीं कि 8 आवर्स सोना चाहिए। 1.5 के मल्टीपल्स में सोना इंपॉर्टेंट है। हम सबकी स्लीप साइकिल्स 1.5 आवर्स की होती है, तो या तो 7.5 आवर्स, मतलब यू कैन स्लीप फॉर 6 आवर्स, 7.5 आवर्स या 9 आवर्स। 1.5 के मल्टीपल्स में अगर आप सोगे तो आप ज्यादा फ्रेश रहोगे। ठीक है, कुछ लोगों के लिए वो साइकिल 1.5 आवर्स की होती है, कुछ लोगों के लिए 1 आवर 30 मिनट, 35 मिनट, 40 मिनट्स या 25 मिनट्स। तो वो नेचुरली तुम लोगों को पता चलेगा कि तुम्हारी वो साइकिल कितने टाइम की है, उस बेसिस पे मतलब अपना स्लीप शेड्यूल प्लान करना। सेकेंडली, मतलब वैसे देखा जाए बहुत सारे लोगों की नाइट ड्यूटी भी होती है, राइट? मतलब वो लोग ऐसे 10 o'clock 11 o'clock नहीं सो पाते, तो इसीलिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ हेल्थ इतना मेजर इम्पैक्ट नहीं होगा अगर लाइक इफ यू स्लीप एट 2 o'clock और 3 o'clock। बट मतलब जैसे अपना नेचर है, तो जब सन होता है तो यूजुअली लोग काम करते हैं, एंड जब सनसेट होता है तो आइडली यू शुड गिव योर बॉडी सम रेस्ट। अगर पॉसिबल है तो आई वुड रेकमेंड कि जैसा हमारा नेचर का साइकिल है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग हमारी बॉडी को सेट करें एंड वैसा मतलब यू ट्राई टू स्लीप। पॉसिबल नहीं है बिकॉज ऑफ सम अदर रीजंस, या जॉब है या कुछ भी चीजें बिकॉज ऑफ विच यू हैव टू स्लीप लेट, तो इट्स फाइन। बट अगर पॉसिबल है तो ट्राई टू सेट योर बायोलॉजिकल साइकिल विद द नेचर साइकिल।
Rishabh, I think you have one question to ask.
एक्चुअली मैम जैसा आपने भी बताया कि सुबह मॉर्निंग उठते में सिर्फ 11-12 o'clock पे अगर कोई उठ रहा है तो उससे कोई हेल्थ पे इशू नहीं हो रहा। लाइक इससे रिलेटेड एक और क्वेश्चन है मेरे माइंड में, लाइक डू आई नीड टू ईट ब्रेकफास्ट डेली? एक्चुअली ये अगर मैं कॉलेज में हूँ तो लाइक मेरी क्लासेस होती है और वो अर्ली मॉर्निंग वेकअप वगैरह का थोड़ा इशू रहता है, तो ब्रेकफास्ट हमेशा नहीं होता रेगुलर में, तो वही मैं पूछना चाह रहा हूँ, डू आई नीड और लाइक इज इट ओके फॉर सम टाइम?
ठीक है, तो हैविंग ब्रेकफास्ट और स्किपिंग इट ये कंप्लीटली डिपेंड करता है कि तुम्हारा गोल क्या है. इफ यू आर समवन जिसको लीन मसल मास बिल्ड करना है, जिसको मसल्स बिल्ड करने हैं, ठीक है, जिसको मसल मास गेन करना है, तो ब्रेकफास्ट इज अ मस्ट. इफ यू आर समवन जिसको ना तो वेट गेन करना है ना तो वेट लॉस करना है, उसको आइडियल बीएमआई अपना जो है उसी पे मेंटेन करना है, तो इट टोटली डिपेंड्स कि आपको सुबह भूख लगती है या नहीं. अगर सुबह भूख नहीं लगती तो यू कैन डेफिनेटली स्किप ब्रेकफास्ट. कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है कि ब्रेकफास्ट करना ही है, ठीक है. एंड बाकी इफ यू वांट टू लूज वेट तो सबके अलग अलग रीजंस है, किसको थायराइड है या कुछ मल्टीपल हेल्थ इश्यूज है, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि ब्रेकफास्ट तुम लोगों को करना है या नहीं करना है. बट अगर मैं इन जनरल बोलूं तो तुम्हारी बॉडी की आवाज सुनो. बहुत बार अगर तुम लोगों को खुद से भूख लग रही है तो डेफिनेटली खाओ. मसल मास गेन करना है तो डेफिनेटली खाओ. अदरवाइज अगर मन नहीं करता तो जबरदस्ती ब्रेकफास्ट मत खाओ. यू कैन स्किप इट, कोई इशू नहीं होता.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
One question is, this is from my side. आपने कहा कि वो जब अपनी सुनो, अपनी बॉडी की सुनो, लाइक फिर हम जब हॉस्टल में मेस का खाना तो मतलब बहुत ही बुरा होता है. फिर हमें भूख लगती है कभी तो कभी बहुत ज्यादा, तो हम बाहर से खाते हैं, है ना. तो हमें वेट लूज करना हो या कुछ भी, तो हम खुद को रोक नहीं पाते. शाम के स्नैक्स के टाइम हो या कभी भी हो, तब हम खा जाते कुछ भी. तो इस चीज को हम कैसे रोकें कि फिर इससे भी हमें प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो रही.
किसी को एक क्वेश्चन लेना है? शिव, मयूरी, शुभम.
Yeah, can you repeat once?
माय क्वेश्चन इज कि जैसे अभी मैम ने कहा कि हमें अपनी बॉडी की सुननी चाहिए. जब हमें भूख लगे तो हमें खा लेना चाहिए, नहीं लगे तो इट्स ओके, वी कैन स्किप. बट हॉस्टल में क्या होता है कि मेस का फूड हमें पसंद नहीं आता. हम खा भी लेते तो भी मन करता है कि कुछ स्पाइसी खाए या फिर फास्ट फूड वगैरह, कुछ भी जंक फूड. तो और हम रोक नहीं पाते, वी गो एंड परचेज दैट. तो इस चीज को कैसे रोके, और अगर नहीं रोक पा रहे तो फिर वेट लॉस होगा कैसे?
So mainly, first of all, we need to understand is that अगर हमें cravings हो रही है, like you say कि कुछ हमें कुछ अच्छा सा चटपटा सा फैटी फूड टाइप खाने का हमको क्रेविंग्स हो रही है. सो उसमें रीजंस होते हैं मेनली हमारी बॉडी में कुछ न्यूट्रिएंट डेफिशिएंसीज होती है. लाइक अगर हमें स्वीट्स की क्रेविंग है तो भी हमारी बॉडी में न्यूट्रिशन की डेफिशिएंसी की वजह से ये सारी क्रेविंग्स होती है. लाइक पोटेशियम, मैग्नीशियम, these are some nutrients or minerals that is deficient in our body. So actually में बॉडी आपको सिग्नल दे रहा है कि मेनली आपकी बॉडी में कुछ डेफिशिएंट है, दैट्स व्हाई आपको क्रेविंग्स हो रहा है. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इज दैट कि आप जो भी खाना खा रहे हो आपका डेंस न्यूट्रिएंट होना जरूरी है. अदरवाइज आपको बहुत ही ज्यादा मतलब आपको चैलेंजिंग होगा, आपको वेट लूज करना होगा या इन द केस ऑफ वेट गेन आल्सो. सो दीज आर समथिंग वेरी चैलेंजिंग फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस that if someone has target of losing weight. So first of all you need to understand is that how body works, what body, actually body science hoti kya hai. So this is, you need to understand nutrition. And if Shrutika can add anything in this. So
तो मतलब वही जैसा शिव ने कहा कि अगर तुम लोगों को क्रेविंग हो रही है तो फर्स्टली कुछ न्यूट्रिशन की डेफिशिएंसी है. मीठा खाने का मन कर रहा है तो पोटेशियम, मैग्नीशियम की डेफिशिएंसी, तो यू कैन हैव मोर बनानास, पर्पल कैबेज, ये सब चीजें. सेकेंडली, अगर तुम लोग लंच अच्छे से नहीं कर रहे हो तो ये भी रीजन है कि मतलब तुम्हें ऐसे इवनिंग टाइम में भूख लग रही है. या फिर अगर तुम्हारे डाइट में प्रोटीन्स अगर तुम लोग कम खा रहे हो तो ऐसा है कि जल्दी भूख लग जाती है. तो लंच में ट्राई टू इंक्लूड मोर प्रोटीन्स. प्रोटीन्स मतलब ग्रीन मूंग के स्प्राउट्स, पनीर, अगर हम मेस में अगर एग्स वगैरह मिल रहे हैं, अगर तुम लोग खाते हो नॉनवेज तो ये सब चीजें, दाल हो गया, ये सब चीजें तुम लोग ज्यादा इंक्लूड करना. तो फिर तुम्हें ऐसे बीच में भूख नहीं लगेगी स्नैक्स के टाइम पे. एंड अगर तुम लोग बहुत ज्यादा वॉक करते हो कैंपस में या फिर बहुत ज्यादा फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज होती हैं जो तुम लोग खा रहे हो, सारी एनर्जी यूज हो रही है, तो इट्स परफेक्टली फाइन कि तुम लोग अगर मतलब लंच और डिनर के बीच में भी अगर कुछ खाते हो तो.
Ma'am, there is a question from Rahul Agarwal. How to reduce irritability?
अच्छा, इरिटेबिलिटी मतलब थोड़ा अगर क्वेश्चन के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. इरिटेबिलिटी किस चीज से हो रही है? आसपास जो भी चीजें चल रही है सबसे इरिटेशन हो रहा है, या कोई मतलब स्पेसिफिक पर्सन है जिसकी वजह से इरिटेशन हो रहा है? तो अगर हाँ
वर्क
अच्छा, वर्क मतलब ये पढ़ाई, क्योंकि योर स्टूडेंट्स।
यस यस मैम, एक्चुअली अगर कहीं पे स्टक कर जा रहे हैं वहाँ पर भी इरिटेशन होता है। अगर किसी प्रॉब्लम पे स्टक कर गए हैं, लाइक मेनली तो वही फेस करने के लिए, अगर मैथमेटिक्स कैलकुलेशन या फिर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहे हैं और कहीं पे स्टक कर गए हैं और वो बार बार ट्राई करने के बाद भी सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा है, तो बहुत इरिटेशन वहाँ पे होता है।
ठीक है, अगर मैं पढ़ाई के टर्म्स में बोलूँ कि अगर इरिटेशन हो रही है, तो मतलब अगर तुम लोग कोई क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, उसका आंसर तुम्हें नहीं मिल रहा है, इस चीज से इरिटेशन हो रही है, तो अगर मतलब तुम लोगों का कुछ कंसेप्ट है जो तुमने मिस आउट किया है, या कुछ कोई चैप्टर है जो तुमने मिस आउट किया है, जिसकी वजह से तुम्हारा आंसर रॉन्ग आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा, तो ऐसे केसेस में मतलब मैं तो ये बोलूंगी कि रादर देन ट्राइंग द क्वेश्चन मल्टीपल टाइम्स, पहले तुम जो कंसेप्ट है उनको एक बार फिर से रिवाइज करो, तो मे बी तुम्हें कुछ एक आइडिया मिल जाए कि हाँ मैंने ये चीज मिस कर दी थी। रादर देन उसी चीज को तुम बार बार ट्राई कर रहे हो, एक बार फिर से रिवाइज करो जो भी तुमने चीजें पढ़ी। सेकेंडली, मेडिटेशन को इंक्लूड करना। जब तुम लोग मेडिटेशन करते हो ना, तो हम हमारे माइंड की जो एनर्जी है उसको हम लोग चैनलाइज कर पाते हैं। तो लाइफ में कोई भी सिचुएशन हो जाए, हम लोग इरिटेशन, एंगर, ये सब चीजें हमारे कंट्रोल में रह जाती है, तो ज्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेशन नहीं होती। एंड थर्डली, एक्सरसाइजेस रेगुलर करो। जब हम लोग एक्सरसाइजेस करते हैं, तो ये जो भी एनर्जी है जो हमारे बॉडी में हमें फील होती है, ये एंगर, इरिटेशन, ये सब एनर्जी ही है जो बॉडी में है, तो ये सारी एनर्जीज बाहर निकल जाती है जब हम लोग एक्सरसाइजेस करते हैं। तो हाफ एन आवर के लिए ही करो, लेकिन एवरीडे एक्सरसाइज करो, ताकि ये एनर्जी तुम लोग बाहर निकाल रहे हो, ये सब जो नेगेटिव एनर्जी है, तो जब एक बार ये बाहर निकल जाएगी तो तुम्हें अच्छा फील होगा। तो ये 3 चीजें हैं जो एक्चुअल में इरिटेशन को कम करने में बहुत हेल्प करेंगी।
Okay, thank you so much. I think there is no more questions left. Rishabh, is there any question left?
No, no.
या ठीक है, तो मतलब या वी आर, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 1 आवर, तो वी आर डन विद द वेबिनार। होप कि वी ऑल कुड ऐड सम वैल्यू, एंड जो भी तुम्हारी टेकअवेज वो इम्प्लीमेंट करना उसको लाइफ में। एंड अगर कोई चाहता है कि कुछ पर्सनलाइज सोल्यूशन किसी को चाहिए, तो यू कैन रीच आउट टू अस थ्रू आवर वेबसाइट, एंड वी विल बी हैप्पी टू हेल्प यू आउट। ठीक है, सो थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
taking
thank you
time
guys
for
for
our
attending
service.
the
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Participants, please fill the given form. Link is given in the chat box. Again, participants, please fill the given form according to you.
Please don't leave the meeting without filling that form. You will get your certificates after filling that form only.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, Hafsa, what happened?
Sir, I have submitted the form. Can I leave now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you can.
We will end the meeting at 6:40. So you have 5 more minutes to fill that form.
Yes, you can run. You can leave.
Yeah, after filling the form, you can leave. You need not to ask if you can leave. Okay, everyone, please leave the meet. Rishabh,
Yes, yes.
can you end the